Hey guys, welcome back. It's Daniel and Duke, and in this video, I'm going to give you 8 uncommon passive income ideas to make $1,000 a month. Now, I'm always hesitant to click on this kind of video because I'm sure someone's going to tell me that I should go and open a high yield savings account, earn 1% or less a year. But the problem with that is you need about $1.2 million before you're making $1,000 a month in passive income. I'm sure if you got $1.2 million laying around, you're going to want to make more than 1% return on your investment. So this isn't that. In fact, the first one I'm going to share with you, I'm sure is going to blow your mind, because it blew mine. But before we do that, got to do something else. All right, so I promised that the first passive income idea I'm going to share with you was going to blow your mind, because it really blew my mind. But a little bit of backstory first. In the past, weed has been classed as a Schedule 1 narcotic. That is the highest classification of drug by the American federal government. It's up there with heroin because it's presumed to do a lot of damage to the users. I won't argue with that. I can't say I agree or disagree. But the thing is that because of the social acceptance of weed these days, as well as recent medical advances, states are taking the initiative in making it legal. So there's a service that has cropped up in these states that have made weed legal to grow marijuana. The thing is that they don't have enough capacity or space to do it on their own. So they're outreaching to citizens like you and I to grow marijuana in our homes. All they need is a 5x5 area in your house. It can't be outside, it needs to be inside, and you'll get paid $1,000 a month to host it. Now, to put that space in perspective, the average 2-car garage is 18 by 22 feet. So you can fit like 4 or 5 of these things inside of there. It's called citizen grown. I'm going to throw it up on the screen. And you do need what's known as a cultivator's license to do that. So there's a registration process, a vetting process. But once you get that license, you'll be cleared to do this in your own home. Now, passive income idea number 2. Everyone knows about real estate, but most people have trouble investing in real estate because of the large down payments and maintenance and other things associated with real estate. There's what's known as an REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. Now, this is a company owning or typically operating real estate which generates income. Most REITs specialize in a specific real estate sector, focusing their time, energy, and funding on that particular segment of the entire real estate horizon. Now, it's between $1,000 and $25,000 to invest in a real estate investment trust, but most of them usually require you to invest much more than $1,000. And if you're an institutional investor, we're talking about hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to get buy-in into these real estate investment trusts. Now, there are services such as Fundrise, which have made it easy for the average man and or woman to invest in real estate investment trust. You can get started for as little as $500. It's open to accredited and non-accredited investors, and it's designed for longer term investments. That means if you're looking to pull your money out in a year, it might not be the best investment for you, but if you can let your money sit there for a while, let's say a horizon of about 5 years, then it's a really good option. The historical returns are between 6 and 10%. Now, that's depending on a number of factors, which they can explain better when you reach out to them. And they also have an annual fee of 1%. Now, this is divided across 2 separate fees. Now, the first one is a 0.85% annual asset management fee, and then there's another 0.15% annual investment advisory fee, which together equal 1% of the invested amount. Now, another one is called PeerTreat. It's not actually a real estate investment trust, but it still allows you to invest in real estate. You invest in people who are buying and selling houses, also known as house flippers. You give them resources that they'll use to buy property that they're interested in that has good potential for returns. And you also lend them money for refurbishing the home. So once they buy, refurbish, and sell the home, they pay back the loan in full. But during the meantime, they are making monthly payments on the loan. So these investments are backed by the property itself, and you're not the only one that's investing. You're actually teamed up with institutional investors that handle the bulk of the loan. So these real estate flippers are actually vetted by PeerTreat themselves before they're forwarded to you. The returns average about 6 to 9% a year, and the minimum investment is $1,000. And the loan terms you can expect, or the investment timeline you can expect, is anywhere between a few months to about 2 years. And the fees taken by PeerStreet range from 0.25% to 1%, depending on the loan and other factors. But before you invest in anything, the fee that PeerStreet will take is upfront. They let you know upfront, so there won't be any surprises. Now, the third passive income idea is actually business lending. Now, businesses of all shapes and sizes need money to meet short-term and long-term obligations. Sometimes they're not able to meet those obligations with a bank. But with business lending, you can step in and actually help these successful small businesses. Now, there are platforms that connect you with successful small businesses in different countries, and most of them require a minimum investment amount of about $100. But the time frame for payback and getting your return on investment is much shorter than something like a real estate investment trust. One that I like is called Worthy Bonds, worthybonds.com, and it issues bonds which mature over the course of 12 to 36 months, and early repayment options are available. Now, there's a fixed rate of 5%, and there's a minimum of $10 to get started, and there's a maximum of $100,000 for non-accredited investors, or a certain percentage of your net worth or yearly income. Now, when you want to invest in Worthy Bonds, there are no fees for you as the investor. Kickfurther.com is another one, and it works by allowing you to invest in inventory for growing retail businesses, and they advertise the interest rate they're able to pay you for that service. The interest rate tends to range from 5 to 9%, although it can be much higher, and it can also be lower. And the payback period tends to be less than a year because you're buying inventory which turns over relatively quickly. Over the course of its operations, it has paid over $40 million to small businesses, which just shows how legitimate it is. Now, there are protections in place for you as an investor to help you screen companies and understand exactly what you're getting into. Now, this isn't foolproof, and you need to do your own due diligence, as with everything. But once you get the ball rolling, the company will send you normal updates about progress so that you can make sure you stay abreast, and those payments will keep coming in until they've paid everything off. Funding Circle is another option, and it provides loans for small businesses in different countries, and you're able to invest in the process by buying a Funding Circle note. The loans are paid back in monthly installments over the course of up to 5 years. Now, once you invest in Funding Circle and get a Funding Circle note and distribute your investment, Funding Circle handles all the logistics such as repayments and even disbursing funds to you. If something happens, Funding Circle is also responsible for recovering that investment. It's completely hands-off for you. And it has a historical returns of 5 to 7%. Now, this one requires a much larger upfront investment than the other ones, a minimum of $25,000 to get started. And they charge a 1% annual servicing fee. Now, let's move away from lending to businesses and look at lending to other people. Now, peer-to-peer lending is the process of loaning money directly to another individual. This cuts out the financial institutions that normally act as a middleman. Though it can be lucrative, it has a higher risk profile, and there are now platforms that help facilitate those kind of transactions. With peer-to-peer lending, you are taking on the risk, but there's a lot more upside potential. The bank will probably give you less than a 1% return on your savings or your investment, whereas peer-to-peer lending is much higher, anywhere from 4 to 8% a year. Now, an example of this is Prosper.com. They have over $17 billion that have been invested in the platform, and over 1 million people have been served. They're open to accredited and non-accredited investors, and the average return on investment is about 5.1%. And you can get started with as low as $25. Now, in order for you to properly assess these loans and assess these opportunities, the loans or the investments that you're making are assigned a grade of A to C, with A being the best and C being the worst. But the C grade loans have the higher potential return on investment, whereas A grade loans have a lower potential return on investment. So it's important to kind of mix it up to get the optimal return on investment and also shield yourself from risk. Another example is lendingclub.com. Now, this one has a much larger initial investment than Prosper.com, and they take a 1% fee, but the average returns are between 4 and 7%. Now, the terms for these loans are between 3 and 5 years, and when you invest in the platform, you're actually getting a hold of notes, and these notes can be broken up into much smaller increments, and you can spread your risk across multiple loans. So that $1,000 can be spread across 10, 15, 20 different loans, loans so you can hedge your bets. And they also have a rating system. Instead of A through C, theirs is A through D. Just like with Prosper, the A is the best and D is the worst, but D gives the higher potential returns as well as more risk. Now, the fifth passive income idea is website investment, but with the twist. Normally when they say invest in a website, you go and buy a domain name and you start managing the website, grow it over time, maybe throw in some affiliate marketing. Love affiliate marketing, by the way. Or, you sell courses, you sell physical products, etc., etc. What I'm sharing here is you get a website, you even buy a website, and then you outsource the management to a firm that specializes in this. Now, this isn't you hiring staff because that's very active. This firm will handle everything. They'll handle content creation, ideation, revenue generation, transferring, everything. Now, there are two firms I want to talk about. The first one is called Onfolio.co. The second one is called Alpha Investors. They both have similar business models, but Onfolio.co takes a management fee and about 50% of the upside, whereas Alpha Investors, they don't take a management fee, but they take 1/3 of the income. And then you take 1/3 of the income and 1/3 of the income is reinvested. And when you sell, they take a cut of the sale price depending on the upside. Now, let me give you an example of what I mean by the upside. Let's say you come to them with a website that's doing $2,000 a month. Alpha Investors will help you grow that website completely hands off. But they'll take a cut of the revenue. So at $2,000, that'll be 1/3 or roughly $600 a month that you'll be paying Alpha Investors for their management. Once the website starts growing, maybe they get it to $10,000 a month in revenue. They're going to be taking $3,000. You're going to be getting $3,000. And then you're going to invest the other third into the website. So if you eventually decide to sell this website, Alpha Investors is going to take a cut of the upside. Now, the upside is anything above $2,000. So websites usually sell for between 20 and 30 times the average monthly profit. So in this case, that website can sell for about $300,000. So the upside would be about $240,000 worth of value, and Alpha Investors will take a cut of that. Onfolio has a similar business model, but they don't concern themselves with the sale of your website. It's only when it's generating revenue, but they take a higher cut of that revenue generation. Theirs is 50%, whereas Alpha Investors is 30%. Or 1/3, which is like 33%. Now, another passive income idea is product licensing. So a lot of people come up with ideas, and if you look around the internet, you'll see that people say ideas are worthless. Well, I kind of agree with that, but I kind of don't, because you can actually make a lot of passive income if you know how to peddle your ideas the right way. Now, it may seem uncommon or weird, but companies do this all the time. In fact, Microsoft has a deal with Samsung that pays Microsoft about $1 billion every year for some components or some software that's used in Samsung devices. It's crazy, right? Now, you're probably not going to make $1 billion a year, but what about 10,000, 100,000, or even a few 100,000 with a good idea? So, for example, let's say you come up with an idea for a game and you want to sell it to Mattel or Hasbro or Sony or something. Because of that idea and that concept, they'll pay you royalties for every copy of the game sold forever. So you can make hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars over the lifetime of this deal without doing any extra work. All you have to do is pitch the idea successfully, and they'll take it from there. They'll be responsible for development, marketing, sales, distribution, fulfillment, everything. And you're going to be sitting back and collecting your royalty check. Now, this is much more difficult, but it's very, very possible. So make sure you look into it further. There are a lot of things that we have around our homes that we may not use because we don't have the time, energy, or it's no longer really useful for us, but we haven't thrown it away. Such as camera equipment. You're not using your camera gear every day, or maybe even strollers or cribs. You might not have thrown those away, but maybe your kids are older, or maybe your brother or sister or something is no longer using it. Now, there are marketplaces that allow you to sell these things and turn a profit. An example of this is babyequip.com. All types of baby gear like cribs, strollers, high quality things, and you can rent them out for a day. You can even charge for delivery. Another one is ShareGrid. You can actually sell or rent out your camera equipment, everything from lenses to DSLR bodies to lighting. Anything you can think of that's related to camera gear can be rented out on this platform. And you can get some pretty good rates, $50 for a day for a DSLR body. Maybe you don't plan on using your camera this week, just throw it up on ShareGrid and you can make an extra $600 in a week. And another one is Fat Llama. Now, Fat Llama is an entire marketplace. You can basically rent or sell anything as long as it's not illegal. I'm talking about cars, I'm talking about lighting, I'm talking about stereo sets, whatever. As long as it can be moved from point A to point B, you can rent it out to another human being. Now, the eighth one, and something that I haven't seen before, is wrapping your car in an advertisement from another company. For example, maybe you have a car, you go to work, and then it's parked like 90% of the time. Instead of making it or allowing it to be idle and not earning anything for you, you can wrap it in an advertisement from a company like Walmart, Home Depot, Zoom, etc., etc. And they'll pay you based on the amount of foot traffic in the area that you frequently commute, how far you drove, how much you wrap, because you can wrap your car completely, or you can wrap a portion of your car, like maybe just the side, paint on something on the side, etc., etc. And so depending on how much you wrap your car is how much you can make. So it's really interesting and really crazy that you're getting paid for that. And a platform that allows you to do this is called Rapify.com. Anyways, those are my 8 passive income ideas that you probably haven't heard about.